Okay, this is a video for Mason and Dave. Basically an explanation as to why I have kidnapped your Xbox One S. So instead of using something like this, which does not work, don't want to look fashionable, when you're working on, I got some pepper in my throat. When you're working on these tiny components, you have to magnify. But guess what? This thing, it's nice for a lot of repairs, but it's not going to do it. I'm here to tell you, it's just not enough magnetism. I ordered a microscope, electronic microscope, for Christmas. It's supposed to arrive December 14th. I haven't gotten it yet. It's January 15th. They sent a second one, supposedly. Haven't received the second one. It's about 11 days. I started raising a little heck. And the guy said, I'll refund you half the money, and you can keep, when the microscope arrives, you can keep it. Anyway, who knows if this may be an imaginary box that never existed. But thanks, eBay. Anyway, so I had a Magnisight, which is for the vision impaired in my garage. That's been broken for a year and a half. I spent a couple hours, got the pin out online, and found a video composite out, soldered into it, shrink tubed it, did it right. And this is the Magnisight, which is pretty much necessary. Let me zoom out here so you can see what it does. Vision impaired Magnisight. Okay, here's your circuit board. Now I'm going to put the camera under here. The lighting may get a little wacky, but I'm trying to show you how small the pins are on the number 8 is what you're looking at. See them little tiny pins right there? That's what we're trying to basically remove, solder, and put a new component there. So here it is on the screen. Well, it's much better, right? Well, it gets better than that. So in order for us old dudes, or pretty much anybody for that matter, to be able to see these pins, let me slide this over a little bit. Come on, I already maxed it out in the sliding in. I'll just push it down. Okay, now we're gonna here in a second I'm gonna fine tune it or focus. Okay, so we're almost centered. Well, at least to where we can see it now. Here we go. Those are the little pins that I have to solder. Remove. I have to do this crazy temperature deal. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so I'm gonna zoom out just a little more before I focus. So you can see the 4 grounding legs. Hopefully I'm not angling this camera in a terrible way. You probably have some lines of resolution with this video. But anyway, okay, so we focus. We're not worried about this part. We're worried about that part, where the fingers are at. Okay, so the way it's done, real quick. Low melt solder, $12 for 4 pieces of this. It melts at a low temperature. The stuff that Microsoft uses melts at a high temperature. You mix the two together. It brings the initial melting point lower. Okay, once you add this low melt solder to all 4 grounding pins, you can't see 2, and all these legs. You take your heat gun, which is a desoldering tool. Got up to like 1,000 degrees the other day, and I accidentally waved my hand in front of it. Wow, I was awake after that, boy. Desoldering heat gun. 200 watt, but the temperature goes way up there. It's a temperature controlled hot air gun. I got it up to, was it 1,000 degrees, I want to say. Yep. With that, this stuff stays molten or liquefied longer. So you add it here, and right here. And you take the heat gun, you go around it in a U shape, back and forth, keeping it molten. And, a lot of guys they pull it off with a pair of tweezers. I don't agree with that because it removes the legs and damages the actual motherboard. So what I'm going to do is heat it, go around a few times and flip it upside down. And it should fall right off. This flux is a big part of it as well. After that, I'm going to remove the low melt solder. Why? Because if this board heats up to a certain temperature, that low melt, it might fall off. We're not going to do that. Pardon the coughing. God, I was eating some pepper and inhaled like a dummy. Anyway, once we remove with solder wick, braided copper, and we clean it with a different kind of flux, then I'm going to add the proper solder to it and the new component. And I appreciate your all's patience, and I really apologize for kidnapping and holding your Xbox One S motherboard hostage. This is Ryan from Ryan's Guitar Repair, wearing a different hat today, repairing a Microsoft Xbox One S. Bye.